In this video, you learn to play the main part of DAISIES by Justin Bieber. And it's actually a quite hard song on guitar, so therefore I'm going to break it down into 5 different levels, so you can choose a level that fits you. My name is Simon, I've been playing guitar for over 15 years, have a degree in music, and built a learning platform playwithaplan.com, where guitar players are improving every day. In the original song, the tuning is really low, so I think it's a baritone guitar. But I don't have a baritone, and you probably don't either. So I'm going to make it simple, and I'll show you how to play it on a normal guitar with normal tuning. And it makes sense to start with level 1. Here we're just going to play some simple chords. And when learning songs in general, I recommend to start with level 1, just the chords, and then figure out all the fancy stuff later. Okay, so we're going to play this. And the first chord is going to be A flat major. So 4 on the lowest string. I use my thumb, but you can use your first finger as well. Skip the A string, then we play 6 and 5. Alright. Next chord is F minor. So that's the first fret on the low E string. Skip the A string, then play 3 and 1. You can play it with a bar as well. A bit harder probably, but possible. Next, we have a D flat major. So from the low E string, that's going to be 4. 4 and 3. And then the same chord 2 frets up. So that's level 1. And after level 1 comes level 2. It's really warm here today, by the way. It's actually 30 degrees outside. It's usually not that warm in Norway, so it's not so common with air condition. I'm boiling, but that's fine. And level 2 is going to be the same chords, but now with some finger picking. First, A flat major. It's very simple. We just play the chord up and down, like this. So it's going to be triplets, ta-ka-ka-ka, ta-ka-ka-ka. We do that for all chords. So slow is going to sound like this. Personally, I use a mix between pick and fingers. So I pick the bass note and then use my fingers for the rest of the notes. But if you want to, you can use only finger picking. Or you can use only pick. That's totally up to personal preference. So that's level 2. By the way, if you wonder what you should work on after this video, you should check out my free guitar roadmap. It shows you exactly what to learn on guitar in order, from beginner to pro. I'll leave the link in the description. Next, let's have a look at level 3. After a quick little zip. This one is similar to level 2, but with slightly harder chords. So first we're going to play the A flat major. And now we're just going to play the chord from the bottom to the top. Just like that. So from the low E string, that's 4, 6, 6, 5. Then we have F minor. From the low E string, that's going to be 1, 3, 3, and 1. So here you have to do a bar with your first finger. That can be a bit tricky, especially on the first fret. If you prefer, you can use your thumb to play the bass note. Because then you don't need to play the bar. On the next chord, we're actually going to start on the A string, on the 4th fret, and then play the chord from the bottom. So first, the A string, then from the bottom. Okay? Then we play the exact same thing, 2 frets up. And you can also add the 6th fret of the D string. It's going to be like this. Alright, let's play the whole thing slow. And a little bonus tip, the way they actually do it in a song is to use the same chords, but with loads of variations throughout the whole song. And one cool variation you can add is on the last chord, like this. Okay, so just play the whole chord. And then the whole chord with the pinky. So let's try to play level 3 first, the normal way, and then with a variation in the end. It's getting warmer and warmer, so let's go to level 4. Now we're going to add 2 things. The first one is slightly more challenging and more colorful chords. And the second is also some more bass notes. So this is really cool, but it's also quite tricky. Now we're going to play these beautiful add 9 chords. So we'll start like this. So from the lowest string, that's 4, 6, 8. Then you can move your first finger to 5. Then you play the 3rd fret on the lowest string into the next chord. Okay, so you have this so far. And here we're going to play a similar chord. So from the lowest string, that's going to be 1, 3, 5, 1. It's getting quite tricky, but it's really tasteful. So everything so far. Then you play 3 on the A string. And next we're going to play the exact same thing as we did in the previous level. Alright, let's try to play the whole level slow. If you want to be able to play everything in this video easier, I recommend to check out playwithaplan.com. Here you'll learn how to get really good on guitar by following a proven plan. I'll leave the link in the description if that sounds interesting to you. Next, let's check out level 5. And a little warning, this is really hard, especially on a normal guitar. It's probably easier on a baritone guitar, but if you can't play it perfectly, then it's still a very good exercise. And it's almost the exact same as level 4. The only difference is really that the bass note comes a little bit earlier on most chords. This is more similar to the original song, but it also makes more sense if you actually have a kick drum doing the pulse. Chung, 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 chung. Anyway, It starts the same way as level 4. The difference is that we get faster into the next chord. So instead of this, we're going to play this. Okay, so you don't stop until the first fret of the low E string. You just keep it going. Then it's the same as level 4. And the first fret on the G string, that's an important note. So to get the timing right, you can think that you want this note to land on the beat. So listen to this. And the next part is probably easier to hear or just look at tabs. But after you play the first fret on the G string, you just keep going straight into the next chord. So the same as level 4, just a bit earlier. So you get a little break after the 4th fret of the D string. Okay, so slow from the F minor, it's going to sound like this. And after you play the 3rd fret on the D string, then you play 4 and 6 on the A string, straight after the 3rd fret here. So, but I actually like to kind of mute the 4th fret here. So I just play, and then the 6th fret. Then we have the same thing as level 4 again. Just with a slightly different rhythm, that's the thing. I'm going to play it slow and try to listen to it and study the tabs to get the rhythm right. Because it's kind of hard to actually just explain the rhythm. But I think it's easier to catch the rhythm if you play it a bit faster. I'm actually boiling, so I have to go now. But I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to share 5 of my most valuable lessons. Bye!